Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Battle Brothers Let's Play. So I'm starting a new batch, which means I'll probably add some... Well, actually, I don't have any new name submissions, so I guess never mind on that. But this is a new batch, so if you do submit any names moving forward, it may be a couple of episodes until I get to them. As far as characters go, we really only have two that aren't named currently. Hildebert and Reiner. So they both need to be named. And Reiner actually has a level up as well, so let's take care of that. We'll give him student. And I think we'll go something like that. I think I'll give him some range skill. And I should probably have him start with his bow for a while. Or at least for the beginning of the fights. And then what we were thinking of doing is we had given Bram a crossbow. I don't think that's a very good idea. Because he's going to have to basically switch his shield and his primary weapon out. So we're going to stick to throwing weapons for the guys in the front. However, these guys right here do not have shields, and so realistically they could use a crossbow or a bow. Since Mieszko has a star and range skill, I think I'm going to give it to him. And so he's going to be still primarily a pikeman, but he's going to skirmish for the first couple turns until the enemy closes. And sort of do the same thing that the archers are currently doing, except he'll focus more on melee. And then Balder is pretty beat up. He got a collapsed lung, and his arm cut up pretty bad. So I think I'm actually going to sit him. And Max also got really beat up, but everything that he's currently dealing with is permanent. So he's not going to get any better than he is now, except for, you know, his armor will get patched up and his HP will increase a little bit. But Balder is in the same situation with a couple of temporary major injuries. So I think we're going to swap in Max for a little bit. He's Max the Resolute now, since he survived death. Or at least very near death. And then since he is in between spearmen, we're going to get rid of his spear and we'll give him an axe for the time being. And I think that's pretty much it for now. I don't have any arrows, otherwise I would give Alexander a bow. But I think crossbows are going to be better weapons for them. Because, as I was mentioning before, with the crossbow, you can fire it for basically no fatigue. It costs like nothing to fire it. I forget what the number is. It's like 5 or something really low. But if you don't reload it, you can actually get pretty good efficiency out of these things. You know, fire it once and then just sling it on your back with the quick hands perk, and you've basically spent like no fatigue and gotten a free shot off at the enemy. So let's take a look at Schweikhof, and they don't have any work for us. I don't recall them having anything in the market for us either. Yeah, looks like we sold them a bunch of direwolf pelts. We could make a small profit on these cloth rolls, but I feel like we could do better than 157. That's only a 11 crown profit, and this wine is looking like it's not going to sell for very much, at least not here. We've got to sell it within 12 days though, so we may have to take a loss if we can't find anywhere else to sell it. So where did we come from? Again, it's been a while since I've recorded last. I think we came from Finsterwald. I could be wrong though. Or did we come from Lanzenberg? Well, let's head here since it's closer. There is not a castle there. Okay. So they might have work at the very least. And from there, we'll probably go up and around and back that way. Unless, I don't remember if that's where we came from. But they do have work here, so that's a good start. They do have javelins. But I would prefer to have throwing axes, especially given that the undead are generally immune to piercing damage. So I feel like if we're gonna go with the throwing weapon, we may as well get the one that's universally useful. Actually, was that a hand axe? Yeah, but that's expensive. Never mind. Okay, so what's this all about? 620. Let's haggle a bit. Not willing to budge on that. So we're chasing down bandits with a ceremonial staff. I can do that. That's pretty straightforward. So looks like they cut immediately west, and then they started heading for maybe the mountains. So let's run these guys down. We will of course kill them, take anything of value that they are using, and then return our quarry to the town. Oh, we're going to be fighting them in the forest. This will be interesting. And at night. Alright, so they've got a few poachers and some raiders. It shouldn't be too bad. I like their banner. Alright. Oh, actually a fairly open map here. This isn't too bad. I was expecting like really dense trees, but I guess we were sort of on the fringe there. Let's wait, but I am going to move our front line guys up. Just so that we don't have them jumping onto high ground in front of us. Okay, so here they come. I've already put an arrow on this guy, but so far that's been the only action. But we have eyes on 5 of them thus far. And so I think I'm going to continue to focus on this guy since he does not have a shield, although it's tempting to fire at him. But at 13%, that's not likely to hit, where 61 here is. Cool, so he's almost dead. I would say, you know, let's try to recover that armor, but honestly, we have better. At least in the front line. The back line guys have slightly worse, but... yeah, just worry about killing him for now. Alexander, you can pretty much just hang out for the time being. Mieszko, here's your first crossbow shot. Oh, nobody's in range. Right. His helmet is not very conducive to vision, so he can't see very far. It looks like this brigand is just out of range. So we'll have him wait, see if anybody comes closer. Unless, of course, Thomas kills this guy. Yeah, okay, so someone else will have to come down into his range. Let's have everybody without a spear go ahead and just wait. Everybody with the spear can go ahead and ready it. Yeah, you guys just relax. Save your fatigue. Looks like they're going to play things a little bit safe. It's kind of annoying, to be honest, but the AI has gotten a lot smarter. What if you move to there? Still no. Okay, well, let's see what they decide to do. I'm sure they'll move up a little bit. If not, we can move up. Oh, he's going to skirmish. Of course he is. Let's have you wait. Yeah, they look pretty content to just sit back. And the problem with me moving forward here is that they're kind of funneling me into this dense, like densely foliaged area. Because you can't move through these bushes or these trees. So I would have to basically engage them with whatever part of my army would fit downward from this tree. And everybody up here would have to kind of duck in or around it. Or I guess they could come around here and attack him. Yeah, you can't see anything. Alright, I guess we could just move right in. I don't need to be super cautious here. Yeah, you know what? We'll do it. And aim for his head since he doesn't have a very good headgear on. Nicely done. Okay, you are going to have to fire beyond him because we don't want any friendly fire to happen. Nice shot. Here's the... I believe the 6th member? No, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's still one more at large. Where he is, we don't know. Let's get you moving. I guess you have to kind of go after that guy. But at the same time, that is only 1 wide. So you know what? Just go there for now. We have 2 guys that are kind of forced to go in that direction. So we may as well get them both up there because there's no reason to go one-on-one if we don't have to. We'll continue to focus fire the skirmisher. Xander is going to move up and keep his spear ready if anybody wants to move into that tile. Meanwhile, let's see. We can get 1 guy there, which would be Jacques. Everybody else is going to have to move around. So why don't you get up on that high ground? Oh, okay, there's number 6. It's another poacher. Hildebert, move up and get your spear ready. Let's have you slot into there. And I guess you can start attacking. Max, let's get you there, I guess. I would have liked to get your shield up, but unfortunately, you're probably better off just moving forward. Okay, and then Alexander, Let's slot you in, I guess, right here. That makes more sense because he'd be able to attack both spots from there, but I kind of want the archers to be able to take part too. I guess I'll just move him here. And we'll move you right there, and that lets you fire directly over their heads. Nicely done. Okay, he's going to skirmish as well. This guy's still trying to, but he is pretty beat up at this point. Go ahead and deal with that guy's shield. Makes him a lot more vulnerable now. And he's going to engage Jacques. Nobody wants to move into that spot. Fair enough, we do have a spear ready for them. Alright, so you are dead. Start engaging that guy. I don't think you're going to have much luck, but we'll try it. He's going to flee, of course he is. I hate enemy archers. They just always skirmish and, you know, play intelligently, which they should, but it makes them a pain in the ass to deal with. Hans, I'm going to have you run in there because he's going to have to waste a turn switching weapons. So you may as well engage him. Let's see. Reiner, let's move you up. And I can either have you fire or get your pike out. I think we'll get the pike out. And next turn he'll be able to stab somebody with that. Moti, let's get you moving east to try to maybe like surround this guy. Bram shields up and aim for the head again. Wow, nice. And then pretty much this guy's the only one left that's really a threat. I mean, of course they can hurt us, but this guy's got pretty good equipment. And I guess we'll slide in right here. I think Moti can handle that guy one-on-one, assuming he catches him. So Max, why don't you... Huh. I guess we could go here. I just wish he could go a little bit further. Because he's not going to be immediately useful right there. But it would be nice to have somebody that can break down shields. Although technically we have Alexander for that. Yeah, go this way. Especially since it looks like Moti might have to go around those bushes down there. He's going to exchange some arrow fire with us. Not really do anything. This guy's going to continue to flee. Let's have you start moving this way. Ike. Thomas, take a shot at the brigand back there and see if you can hit him. No luck. Alright, Mieszko, why don't you reload and fire into him? Nicely done. Let's see. Reiner, you're gonna wait because Bram's in your way right now. Alexander, let's put you there. Okay, Hans, start chipping away at that shield. Nicely done. Okay, Moti, start moving. Shoot. Did he go that way? I don't know where he went. He's probably up here. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Xander, make sure you get your shield up, because that guy will still attack us. This guy can technically still attack as well, but he's got a sword, I think a falchion, so I'm not super concerned with the weapon that he's carrying. And Max, let's get you over here. Max is not moving very well. I believe he's got a peg leg now, so... Or club-footed or something, but he doesn't move very well. Bram, go ahead and step in. Take a swing at him. Wow, nice. Bram is on a roll right now. Okay. And Reiner, go ahead and move up. So, he's going to take a swipe. You are going to lock yourself in melee combat. That's an interesting decision. Let's see. You know what, Alexander? Typically I wouldn't do this because you've got a long axe or pole axe or whatever. But you could essentially force him to fight us in melee rather than run away. So I'm going to do it. And Ike, you can come help out over here. Let's have you move that way as well. You could realistically take another shot at him. Yeah, there's no real risk of hitting any of our own guys, so it doesn't hurt. It's not the most effective thing we can do, but that would require us to move him quite a bit, and obviously that's going to take time that really we don't have. Like, this fight's going to be over before he gets anywhere. Alright, Hildebert, get in there and finish him off. Nicely done. Alright, Max. Wow, well done. Our guys are starting to hit really hard. That's nice to see, because for a while we were really outclassed. Like, we could hang in there, but we were taking a lot of damage. And now we seem to be dishing it out just as well, so that's good. Yeah, that went nicely. No level ups, though. But no major wounds either, so that's always nice to see. And we did recover some headgear, some decent weapons, and some throwing axes, which is something that we were looking for, so that's cool. Alright, let's go collect our pay, but before we do that, let's make sure everybody's got proper headgear on. Let's see, this is going to be better than most, or about half of what we've got in the front line. Let's see. Yeah, 110. I'm going to give Hildebert the new helmet, because he is on our flank after all. We want those guys to stay alive as long as they can. And then this is 115, which is better than this padded nasal helmet. However, Alexander does not have a padded one, so we'll give it to him. And eventually Balder will get an upgrade as well. So let's see. I believe Bram is going to get the throwing axes, because he can make the best use of them. And we got some bows, but we didn't get any crossbows. I think we're going to stick to crossbows, except for the archers in the back who are dedicated archers. They'll get hunting bows, because those are pretty good. But for the guys up front, or excuse me, for the guys in the back flanks, we're going to give them light crossbows or something, because they're sort of just skirmishing weapons. We're not going to use them as like dedicated archers, so we don't want to have them wasting a bunch of fatigue lugging those around. That looks pretty good to me. We'll sell some of this stuff, most of it, and let's move on over to Finsterwald to collect our pay. Alright, so 620 crowns, and I think I just got an achievement, so I think we've hit the next tier of renown. We are competent. So that's interesting. I thought we were already competent. But yeah, just give me an achievement. So we've got to be pretty close. So 1,050. Yeah, we are very close. Also, let's see. Alexander, I'm going to give you this leather lamellar armor, since you are in the back line. The front line guys all have chainmail. The back line guys obviously do not, so this is an upgrade for him. And he's the only dedicated melee guy in the back line, so it makes sense. Everybody else has a ranged weapon. But I will try to get Mieszko some better armor as well. Let's see. Let's sell some stuff while we're here, and then we will move on. Alright, so I don't think we need another flail. Definitely don't need knives. Morning stars, I don't really like morning stars. I don't think they're that great, so I typically don't keep them around. But in a pinch, they're a good weapon, so your mileage may vary. I prefer, like, they're just so bland. They don't really do anything. Like, spears can spear wall, swords you can get counterattacks with. Cleavers and weapons like that can do bleed damage. War picks can do more damage to armor. Axes can break shields. These are just like, you know, they do normal damage against armor, whereas like swords and spears do a little bit less. But if you're fighting armor, just get a war pick, you know? Like, this is just like that one weapon that does everything okay, but it doesn't really excel at any one thing. So I'm not a huge fan of them. I typically don't use them, but if you're in need of a melee weapon, they certainly do the job. Let's sell that since it's damaged, and we'll keep the new one. I'm going to hang on to this because those are good for archers. They don't limit vision. which is a very nice thing to have in a helmet. How are we on food? We're a bit low on a lot of things, actually. Let's grab this and this. And that looks pretty good to me. I could, again, sell these for like a profit of 10, but that seems kind of weak. So I'm going to gamble here and hang on to it. Oh, these bows, we don't need them. So get rid of all of that. And I think that is about enough. We'll hang on to everything else for the time being. Alright, so again, I do not remember where we were before. So let's head to... That's a castle. I guess we could go through there to Gerstal. It might be worth it. For some reason I get the feeling that we came from... We obviously came from Schweikhof, so I get the feeling we came from like Lansenberg. Because I remember us being in this area not too long ago. But, you know, it's been at least a couple days since I've recorded, almost a week. So hopefully we can at least sell some stuff here for a profit, because obviously they're not going to have any work for us. Actually, no. No, we cannot. We can, however, replace our tools, so this wasn't a total waste. The food's not terribly priced here either, well, at least the grain isn't. Grab both tools, and got plenty of leather armor, but we don't need leather armor. I'm gonna hold off on buying any more grain because we have enough for now, at least the next couple days or so. We have a weaponsmith, but weaponsmiths are terrible places to get weapons. Like 234 gold for a freaking dagger. No thank you. Although they do have throwing axes, and they're not that badly priced. Yeah, we'll buy one. Let's see, who would make the best use of that? You aren't particularly good at skirmishing. Bram isn't yet, but he's got 3 stars, so he's going to become pretty good at it. Max has potential as well. Let's give it to Max. Eventually I'll get some for Hans, or whoever ends up in that spot. Maybe we'll move Hans into a spear position or something. But everybody without a spear may as well have something to throw, because they're not going to be able to engage until people get past our spear wall. So at least this way they can, you know, toss some weapons at people in the meantime. Gerstal, here we come. And we are running out of time, so we'll kind of peek in here, see what they've got, and then maybe end the episode. But this is sort of the end of the line. There's nothing else out here. They do have work for us. They have lots of stuff. We can sell the paper for, a profit of 20. Yeah, you know what, let's do it. That's the best we've seen so far. So that wasn't too bad. And then... yeah, they don't really have anything else that we would want. Still no profit on the wine. It's funny too, because the place that we bought it is the only place I've seen wine. But apparently the place that's making the wine is, like, it's more valuable there than anywhere else. Which is strange, because, you know, you'd think the one place producing it would be the one place where it's cheap. But nope, apparently not. So what's this job? 150 up front, 590 on the back end. Of course, we're going to haggle for a little bit more. Looks like he'll bump it up 20 to 610. I will accept the offer, but not necessarily the job. So White Bones Hollow, we're facing undead again. We will accept this, but I will accept it in the next episode. For now, we'll just ask for some time to think about it, and I guess we will break it off here. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Battle Brothers with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.